Mehta. Nandini is the head HR at Lifestyle International. It is a part of the multi-billion-dollar Dubai-based retail and hospitality conglomerate Landmark Group. And in India, they run Lifestyle and many other successful retail chains. She is a passionate HR professional with an overall experience of more than 21 years. She thrives in a culture where people's strategies are developed in line with business and organizational goals. She has been recognized as the Woman Achiever of the Year 2016-17 by Jain University and top 100 HR professionals in the year 2017 and 18. So Nandini, our question to you is, the retail industry, I think, has been severely affected due to various lockdowns, whether during the first wave, second wave, and more than 80% of your employees are the frontline workers. So the first part is, how do you manage cost optimization as well as also balance the well-being of your employees and making sure that your employees are not affected? And what are some of the best practices and learnings from this pandemic for the retail sector, which you would like to share with our participants? Over to you, Nandini. Nandini, you have to unmute. And also, I would request other panelists to please answer the questions because there are a lot of questions which are pending. So I would request all the panelists to please keep on answering. Yeah, over to you, Nandini.
Thank you so much, Gauravji. It was wonderful to hear Umeshji and Sanjayji in terms of the great work done by their organizations. And like you rightly said, we are a retail organization. And, whatever we do depends on the income that we get on a daily basis. Having said that, we are Landmark Group, like you rightly said, a multi-billion Dubai-based company. And we definitely work very cautiously when it comes to our, profitability, our turnover. We are pretty cautious about the way we spend money and the way we, get money too. And we are a cash-rich company. So we ensure that we do not really borrow money from outside. So we keep rotating whatever we earn. And I think that has definitely helped us to a large extent. And being a Dubai-based company, there's been a lot of support that we've got from there as well, right? So pandemic, I'm just going to explain the story of Landmark India in a slightly different way. We've heard all the good things from Sanjayji and Umeshji, but it's not been so easy for retail. And we are a fashion retail, right? And this is a time when people spend the least on fashion. They would rather invest on their necessities than on, luxuries, right? So we did have a very tough time in the initial, from March 2020. The first 6 months were tough for us. And it was new for us as well, right? We've never faced a pandemic earlier. I think, of course, we faced a recession in 2008-9, but which was not as bad as this. And we did struggle initially, the first 6 months. First of all, as a retail organization, we are not used to work from home. So getting used to work from home was itself a very big change for everybody. However, we were able to quickly make people start doing that. We did have to take a lot of tough decisions. We had a little bit of retrenchment that happened. We did have some salary cuts that we did as well. However, it was not taken in bad light because it was in consultation with a lot of employees. We did speak to employees before we did all this. We did communicate to them that this is something that we will need support from all of you. And, our organization is known for taking care of people. We've been a great place to work for the last 8 years consecutively. So people do trust us, our employees do trust us, and there was a lot of support that we got from our employees with all the interventions that we did. However, I would say that the first COVID phase was something which was a reactive learning phase for us. And we did do some mistakes, unlike the other two organizations that just spoke. And we learned from that. We quickly learned from our first few mistakes. And when the second wave hit, I think there was a 360-degree turnaround by the leadership, by the organization. We, in fact, quickly put in place a complete team that supported all employees and their families who went through COVID, who went through hospitalization. We had tie-ups with hospitals. We had, oxygen cylinders, which we had actually sourced and kept with us, where we could support employees. We ensured that we had tie-ups with people who could provide medicines when it was required. And we did our best to help our employees and their families. We extended the Mediclaim, which could cover COVID patients and their families. We also ensured that employees and families who passed away during the pandemic, we supported their families. In fact, we are supporting them with providing 1 year of the salaries of the employees, apart from whatever insurance is providing. And we also ensured that we try and give employment to their spouses or siblings in our organization, if they are willing to work with us. We're also providing support to their kids for their fees. This is only for the demised employees in the organization, both off-roll and on-roll. So these are some things we did in terms of supporting employees with respect to COVID. With respect to the business, we quickly turned around our offline business to online. We were already in the online space, and this only helped us improve our online business. It went up drastically by almost 50% of what we were doing, by 50% compared to what we were doing earlier. So I think that was a huge success. In fact, it helped us speeden up our entire learning in the online space. So we did a lot of, we managed to do a good income through our online business. Apart from that, of course, we brought about some new innovative ways of reaching out to customers, where we made calls, we did video calls, we tried to show products, we did what we call as fashion on wheels, where we actually went to residential apartments and sold merchandise there. So a lot of innovative things that we did. So we used this opportunity to become more innovative, is what I can say. We also tied up with the counselors, where employees could actually make calls to various counselors in case they are emotionally down, they're going through some depression, so they could call and speak to these counselors and get some advice from them. We also ensured that all the leaders spoke to employees on regular basis, to check their well-being, to check their families' well-being, to see if they needed any kind of support and help, and see how we could support them as an organization. For some of the people that we laid off initially, we also have a landmark foundation which supported them with providing them with about 2 to 3 months of salary, and ensuring that they're able to at least manage. So apart from the severance pay that we gave them, we also ensured that they got this support. So easily 6 to 7 months of theirs is taken care of broadly. So that is something which we did. So a lot of such things which we did, which kind of helped employees, helped us build our trust with the employees, helped the organization also to come back through the online space. And I think October onwards, when COVID was getting, phase 1 was getting back to normal, I think October to March is when we actually got back to what we were the previous year. So that really helped us. Again, March was a downfall. The second phase came in. And like I said, we did a lot of interventions to support our employees in the second phase. And I think the trust is back. Employees are happy that we are taking care of them. And I would like to say that this year, we stood 34th ranked number 2 position.
I think,
So,
Nandini,
and the year before,
yeah,
the year before we were at, oh, sorry, where did you lose me?
I think there is some signal issue, but no problem. Now we are able to hear you. loud and clear.
Yeah. So I was saying that, we, with all these things that we did for our employees, we were able to stand at the 34th rank in the Great Place to Work this year. Last year when we participated, we were at the 92nd rank, and we moved to 34th. So I think that's been that says a, huge story about how Landmark takes care of its employees, and all the things that we did to ensure that, we support the team that has actually made Landmark what it is today. And I think we are a sales organization, but we are also a service organization, interventions. And that's been, something that we did. In terms of how do we manage the future, I think we also used this time to upskill all our employees. We did a lot of training interventions. Are you all able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So we did a lot of training interventions. We did a lot of projects. We gave a lot of projects to various groups of employees who were supposed, and it was not projects, of course, on the field, but things that they would do to ensure that our future is better. Right. And we also use this time to strategize on what do we want to do as an organization, strengthen our private label, look at how do we penetrate through our tier 2, tier 3 markets. So these are some strategies that we built so that we can become more resilient in the near future, and we're able to grow our business as well. So these are certain things that we have made use of the time during pandemic to work on. So that's a short and sweet story about what we've been able to
No, I
do
think
with respect to Landmark.
very valuable insights, Nandini ji. And I think we empathize with the retail sector because retail sector was severely hit. But the one good news which I can tell you, that hospitality and retail, we are clearly seeing a revenge tourism and revenge shopping. So if we go
Absolutely.
to any mall in any
Yeah.
major city on any weekday or weekend, you will not find a place in actually in the shop. So because you have to just stand outside. So
True,
there
very
is
true.
a revenge shopping that we are seeing, and I think that will help you to recover all the losses that the retail segment has seen over a period of time. And similarly, we are seeing the revenge tourism also
Hoping.
for the.
Yeah.
So
True,
we
So
wish
very
you all
true.
the
Gaurav,
Just,
luck and
yeah.
success.
Gaurav,
Just wanted to add one more point which I missed out, which
Sure.
was on the increments, and so we have a performance linked pay. I must say that we paid this both the years, last year as well as this year. This year, in fact, as we talk, we are also working on our increment files. So we are ensuring that we are giving increments to all our employees. We're also looking at how do we retain our top talent, our critical talent. So a lot of work which we are doing on that front as well. And I think that is what is building the confidence back in our employees, that if we are able to succeed, like you said, revenge shopping, and we're able, in fact, we're already seeing a trend where